For years I've been seeing you in my dreams, and lately more and more. I know it's you, but I can no longer recognize your face. I don't know if I'd recognize you if I saw you. I hope your condition hasn't worsened much since you last wrote. I can hardly imagine what a nightmare you're going through. Remember, you're not alone. I'm sure our father would be happy to help, if only you asked him. I assure you that for now, I haven't said a word to him about your search or your health, just as you requested. He doesn't know your intention, and with God as my witness, he'll not find out from me. I know you think the only thing that can help you is a miracle. But such itinerant miracle workers, preachers, and folk mystics often take advantage of those in grave condition who are desperate or seeking help. I hope the man you're pursuing can actually ease your mind. But if not, remember that in the end, we will find a way to help you. Just because we can't see it now, does not mean it doesn't exist. Send word as soon as you get there. I want to know you are safe. With as much love as I have. Ligia.
Could you spare a moment for me? I'd like to send a telegram.
Of course. Pardon me, sir, but are you feeling all right?
Yes, thank you.
You're not looking your best.
Thank you.
What's your message?
Take this down, please. Arrived. I think I have found him. I hope he will receive me. I will write as soon as I am able.
And payment?
On receipt.
Anything to add at the end?
Please add, my love to you, my sister.
Touching. From whom?
My name is Viktor Szulski. S-Z-U-L-S-K-I. And Viktor with a W, not a V.
Interesting name. Where's this headed?
Warsaw. Russia.
And this is supposedly Georgia. Russia here and Russia there. Russia everywhere, on every map.
Maps change. I know. Let's get on with it.
Pardon?
I was talking to myself. Which way to the village?
The coachman is picking up the mail. Maybe he'll give you a ride.
Thank you.
Loony.
Hello. Are you going to the village by any chance?
Hello there. Where else? There's nowhere to go here, sir. The station, the village, and the cemetery, that's all. A horse can't go any higher.
The village is what interests me.
Well, if you've got reason to be there, climb in.
I'd be grateful.
Always nice to have someone to shoot the breeze with. Nothing to see around here. This is everything. Hard to get lost in this place. Head to the tavern over there past the little square up the steps. They'll tell you where that preacher's at. Well, this time of day, he'll be there himself.
Thank you. Gentlemen, is this the tavern here?
Hey, Putnik. You coming from far?
Indeed, I'm tired.
Nice boots. They warm?
I'm not here for long. I'm looking for a certain healer.
First you gotta make a donation. To the Tsar's army. Warm boots, for instance.
And a coat. You won't need a coat once he's lost his boots.
Either Znami. We're the Tsar's soldiers.
Those don't look like soldiers' faces. Closer to thieves.
I don't think he'll talk to us voluntarily.
Serves the Ruski is right.
They won't report us. They'll be too embarrassed to admit some cripple got the better of them.
Forgive me, sir. Is your name Grigory Yefimovich Rasputin?
I forgive you.
I'm sorry. It's just I've been looking for you for a very long time, and...
And you expected a thinking simpleton, an illiterate who swindles sick people and claims he can speak to God himself. I already said I forgive you.
Yes, I've heard. Especially in Petersburg. I've also heard about the healings, even hopeless cases. Inexplicable ones.
And what do you believe in?
If you help me, I'll believe all of it. And please believe me when I say I've tried everything short of a miracle. And I know the meaning of that word. I'm a thaumaturge.
Where are you coming from?
I first learned of you in Paris. A charismatic miracle worker from Russia. I even heard about you from my doctors. By the time I got to Petersburg, you were already gone. I've crossed almost 3 continents, through Siberia, India, and half of Europe. But if you're asking me about my origins, I'm from Poland.
From which Poland? The Russian one, the German one, or the part that belongs to Austria?
From Warsaw.
Do you have a name?
Wiktor Szulski.
On my path, I've already come across people who've lied to me about their problems, and then gone around calling me a charlatan. After them, others arrived, with pitchforks and torches, and I had to endure insults and spit in my face, or flee for my life. And now you say you're a wizard from an imaginary country that no one has seen on a map in over 100 years. Forgive my amusement. I haven't had my first coffee yet.
I forgive you, and I'm still asking for help.
Prove you're a thaumaturge, and I'll hear what you have to say.
What would you like me to do, sir?
I've met a few of your kind, so I know what you're capable of. Find something in this tavern that belongs to me, and tell me something only I could know.
First, I need to have something personal that belongs to you, to learn your trace. It's a sort of pattern I'll use to recognize the other objects.
Smell this. Have you figured anything out yet?
I'll return to you in a moment.
I can hardly wait. What have you learned, wizard?
Well, you're a zealous man. It permeates every level of your personality, your faith, your abilities.
Not such an impressive discovery.
I haven't finished yet. In Petersburg, you left behind a very devoted and very young lady-in-waiting.
At least one, my friend. Have a seat. Tell me again, why were you looking for me?
A few years ago, I attempted to catch a wild saluter, and that ended with me losing contact with my first saluter. That means I can't develop my abilities. I know that my Uber is there. Sometimes he shows himself, but I can't feel the link anymore. Generally speaking, I'm losing it more and more each day. If it disappears, my mind, I'll lose my sense of reality. I'll fall into madness.
I don't know if I can help you.
I've got money, if that's what matters.
Give it to the needy. Your riches mean nothing to me. I meant I don't know if I'm able to help you. My gift is something I've received from God. Some I've helped, others I can't say. And I've never treated a thaumaturge.
Maybe just do the same with me as with the others.
We can try. Focus on my voice. You are safe. As long as you can hear my voice, you are safe. Let me gaze into your mind. Let me see through your eyes. Let me in.
You're blind. You've never grasped the science of spotting the perfectly obvious. Can you still not see?
What do I supposedly not see?
Flaw clouds your vision. It always has. Pride. Your damned pride and sense of superiority.
I must have gotten that from you, Father.
You'll lose, idiot. You always do. You're even losing against yourself. You can't see, but can you at least hear? You're weak, stupid, and blind. Do you hear me? Do you? Do you?
I can see, Father. Clearly.
Will you be lying there much longer? I wanted to sweep.
Where's Rasputin?
In the cemetery, chasing away evil spirits and giving people comfort. You all right?
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to sweep.
I'm just heading out. It's so good to see you again. And something else. I saw him clear as day. It wasn't a vision. It was a saluter, unbound by a pact. A wild one. And if so, that means there's someone in the village with a flaw that's attracting it.
You talking to me?
I was praying.
I wanted to sweep.
Let's take a look around.
They'll all gawk, but without lifting a finger. Just, Vesna will bring it, Vesna will help. But if Vesna needs help with something, there's nobody to be found. That's not yours, don't touch! All these newcomers causing more problems.
Over my dead body. I reject this verdict.
Well, I expected as much, and he wanted to come see you himself. He was first to judge.
I said what I said, and I won't change my mind. Go away, you're attracting gawkers.
Not gawkers. A witness. And let him listen. He'll see it fairly. Sir, this liar and thief here stole a memento of my mother, and this witch says I'm supposed to hand my goose over to him too.
Because you strangled mine. And what do I care about some trinkets your mother left you?
Because we already know you strangled the goose, but you still haven't proved that Bogdan stole your pendant.
Where is the justice here?
The grey-haired lady is right. Without an assessment of the stolen object's value or evidence it was stolen, this is just slander. And strangling geese is nothing short of mob justice.
And who asked you, smartass?
Don't worry, sir. When he sobers up, he'll apologize. It's only too bad about Goose.
Come inside, and tell me what you're doing here.
The villagers seem to have a certain respect for you, ma'am, so I wanted to ask your help with something.
I'm not getting any younger, boy. Talk before I drop dead.
Well then, I hope... Am I sensing? No luck. Oh well. I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't invite any guests over. I'm telling you, go away, or I'll call for help! 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 Somebody help me!
What are you doing here, you tramp?
I'm not looking for trouble. I just wanted to talk.
We'll talk, all right. The devil sent you.
You could say that, sure. I wanted to talk. Ma'am, please open the door.
Please go. We didn't...
You've been going in so many circles.
A lot of people benefit from your wisdom.
Pot calling kettle. That, my boy, that you can ask that charlatan with fancy dress.
Is this spirit you're talking about, not a person?
I heard it howling. That's nothing human. We here call it a Bukovac.
But other places probably call it other things.
An evil spirit's an evil spirit.
And what if I told you I could get rid of it?
I'd say I'll believe it when I see it.
Well then... Excuse me. I need to get to the local cemetery. Could you give me a lift?
I've only just come back from the post office this morning. I'm not getting the horse going again. Back to the cemetery? It's not like anyone there is gonna run away. Look, my horse is more dead than alive.
I'll be right back.
I'm not going anywhere.
Maybe you'll change your mind and drop me off at the cemetery after all.
Well, on the other hand, this place isn't much more exciting than the cemetery. I meant to take the horse out for a run, so get on.
You're alive. Does that mean I helped, Thaumaturge?
I don't have enough words, sir, to thank you for what you've done for me. I haven't felt this way in years.
I'm glad I could help.
I see him. My Uber. He's back. I can feel our bond growing stronger as each moment passes.
I'm happy for you, but do restrain your joy. We're in the cemetery.
When I heard you were at the cemetery, I was sure I'd see you resurrecting the dead.
Not yet. Today I'm just praying for rest for Vasily's soul. The whole village is suffering after his loss. He was the elder here.
He cursed this place. Since he died, darkness and misfortune have hung over the village.
You see? To them, every harm comes down to witchcraft. They believe that after Vasily's passing, the village was possessed by some monster that howls at night or some other Yafits.
As you were healing me, I had a dream, a vision. But on the borderline of sleep and wakefulness, I thought I saw a salutor. That's what might be influencing the villagers in wailing at night.
They're good people, but none too bright, Victor. I'm afraid they might be talking about a train.
The wise woman was saying the evil spirit is a book of hatch.
Does the creature hunting you rattle chains, slither around, and have a mouth full of giant fangs?
A book of hatch.
Where did this elder live?
I'll show you. Let's allow Vasily's soul to rest for today. Amen.
Can you feel it? It's the smell of mystery. This house was always full of fear, and its owner was still alive when the house caught fire. Someone wanted to kill him. The fire only covered up the crime. The murder gave birth to the flaw that you attached to, didn't it? I'll find you when I track down the murderer. I know who owns this doll. Maybe I should give them back to her. She ought to know more about what happened here.
Victor! I hope you've got what you want now, Thaumaturge. Because I think it's time to get out of here.
Why the hurry, father?
There are no Russian outposts here.
I think this is the guy with the nice boots.
You're the guy who trashed our comrades?
I can do exactly the same to all of you.
He's not as weak as he looks. He actually looks better than he did the other day.
But not counting the priest. He's still alone.
Not anymore, I'm not. You're right, sir.
Me? Yes, but can these salutors also help you in a fight? Can you manipulate people and cast these demons into their minds?
Generally speaking, yes. Are you sure you're right, sir?
Call me Grigori.
Let's head back. I have to visit someone in the village who can tell me more about... Now I know that woman's trace. Vesna and her husband both left traces of themselves at Vasily's burned-out farmstead. Lucas sincerely loves his wife. You think he loves her strongly enough to kill for her? You're right. It'd be better to ask Vesna about that. I wanted to talk. Man.
Please go.
Please, open the door. I'd like to have a chat about your husband.
You'd better not be here when he gets back. He's not as talkative or polite as I am.
I know you're scared, but please just open the door a crack and let me ask one quick question.
What do you want?
Please, don't be afraid. I just need to know where I can find your husband.
He's chopping wood in the clearing by the forest.
Let's take a look around. No, that's still not it.
You've been going in so many circles.
You cursed him, didn't you? Vesna's father. You put some hex on him, right?
A spell. I help people, yes. Vesna had a problem with her father, and believes in curses, spells, and hexes. Is that all? Because...
Well then,
You've been going in so... Pot.
Well...
Again?
This time, it's a matter of life and death.
How is your search going?
Almost finished. I know who's attracting the Bukavach.
Can you reveal that secret?
It's Luca. It has to be Luca.
Do you still want to catch that Salutor?
Yes, absolutely.
Despite the risk?
I hope I can persuade you to come with me.
That's an enormous favor you're asking me. I hope you'll be able to return it.
I give my word.
Did you hear? We're going to see Luca Bogosian.
I'm not here to fight.
Luca!
You shouldn't have threatened my wife.
Why did you do this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're the one who brought the Salutor here. The spirit that you all say arrived in the village after Vasili's death. The Salutor is what's making fear consume you all and making you hot-headed. And it's because of your flaw which has been within you since the murder took place.
A murder might just be about to take place.
Cut off his head.
What?
Tear off his head before he opens his mouth again!
Unless you're the one that killed him.
And I'd do it again if I could. Get out of here!
Here you are, the Bukavach. Vesna's flaw is mine, and you're mine. crazy again, you blind fool.
A little faith, thaumaturge. Focus on what's true. My voice is true. I am the truth, you see. Look.
Unbelievable.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
Well, I don't think I'm hallucinating, but that means I'm currently facing a crowd of furious lumberjacks with axes, so I'd say I've been better.
What? What? I'm telling the truth. I do it again. None of you understand anything. It's because of this magician. It's his fault.
The magician didn't kill Vasily. He didn't bring the evil here. You're a witch! To the stake with her! To the stake!
And you... why are you just standing there? Are you just letting them do this? Fine. I'll handle it myself. I did it before, and I can do it now.
What have you done? Go. You don't need to see this.
Nothing has to be decided at the moment. Certainly not things that can't be undone.
Well, exactly. Beat it, you scoundrels. There's enough blood in this village already.
Sharing a village with murderers?
You were the first to spill blood!
It's not the same. If that's the case, you're banished from the... We'll burn away the impurity you left in our village.
Excuse me, sir. Do you happen to know when the train arrives? The postmaster said it's usually no more than an hour late, so it should be here any moment. I got a tougher question for you.
Pardon?
Will this train get me close to Albuquerque?
I'm afraid that's an ocean away, and even to the ocean you've got a ways to go.
Thank you. Ever since I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque, I can't get my bearings. The things I've seen, sir. Places I've been. I just can't get to Albuquerque.
I wanted to send 2 telegrams, one to Warsaw and one to Paris.
Mr. Shulsky, I was meant to send for you when the driver came to get the mail. My condolences about your father.
Did you come to say goodbye to me?
More like to share my fear. Your condition yesterday, after the fight with that Bukovac, it troubled me. I don't think my treatments are having a long-lasting effect. And you don't look the best. Do you feel all right?
I've just heard that my father is dead.
My condolences.
After your treatment, when I was hallucinating, I saw him. I heard his voice for the first time in years. I'm sure it was him. A strange feeling.
Maybe he came to say goodbye. Maybe it was his last chance to speak to you. A prophecy.
I hope not.
What do you intend to do now?
Just a moment ago, I was thinking about Vienna or Budapest and going on from there to Paris, but now I've got to get to Warsaw first. What about you?
Thanks to you, I don't think I have anything else to do here. I had a little time to think about what I saw in your mind. Tell me, Victor, have you ever seen a human skull cracked open on the cobblestones?
Your question sounded like a threat.
Because it is, for all of us. I have the skull of Franz Ferdinand himself, with his brain spilling out onto the sidewalk. I also saw the white steps in Odessa running with blood. A battlefield blanketed in lethal fog, with faceless beings emerging from it. This hasn't happened yet, but I saw it as clearly as I see you now. Thanks to you, I know that I can stop it. I know that I am part of history, and I can change it. Even at the cost of scorn, contempt, or my life. You promised me a favor, so Warsaw sounds perfect.
Warszawa! Warsaw! Warsaw! Last stop, Warsaw. Time to wake up.
It's clouding over.
The weather is like my mood.
Aside from the circumstances of the funeral bringing you back, you hadn't thought of ever returning here?
I hate this city. It always makes me think of the stench of vodka, sweat, and urine. Corruption, poverty, and trust me, no justice, but...
I'm sure something must have changed since you left.
But probably not for the...
What about the people?
The only person I consider close is my sister. But Varsovians? Let's see. Workers are striking. They want to take advantage of the Tsar's visit to Warsaw. The protests are being violently suppressed. Last week, around a dozen people were killed. Polish Socialist Party militants attacked a train. They stole money, bonds, and explosive materials. They're also suspected of robbing a transport of Dutch pomade. The socialists in Warsaw must look pretty sharp then. Further along, we've got murders, muggings, and poverty.
The newspapers feed on sensation. Remember that in darkness, even a small spark can be seen clearly. Even I can feel hope from all the people riding with us. Can't you?
Even without my powers, I can tell that hope is bringing people here from all three partitions. Miners, steelworkers, governors, maids, speculators, thieves. I've forgotten to read a few of our fellow passengers' possessions, and I know that hope can have many faces.
Will you share that knowledge with me?
There's a terrified woman riding with us. She's either running away or in hiding. I think that gentleman is smuggling something, because excitement is all mixed up with guilt inside him. And this dandy, he's going whoring.
If there's something I've learned in life, Victor, it's never to neglect the horse.
Warsaw, end of the line. Welcome to Warszawa.
I think the time's come to ask where you plan to stay.
I'll let you know when I come up with something.
Dear Victor, a feeling of déjà vu washed over me upon receiving your last telegram.
Millennia ago, the Great Eldermar was inhabited by various races, among which the Elir stood out. Tall and sturdy humanoids, strong and graceful. However, one day, driven by envy, humans united and banished the Elir to the lower realms. They had to survive amidst a multitude of demons and seek the patronage of Azator. one of the few leaders of the underworld. Under his command, the Alir waged wars against other demons. In the world of Eldramar, cities thrived. The banishment of the Alir turned into a legend, and only a few textbooks preserve the history of bygone times. However, the Alir remember, and for centuries they have continued to seek ways to return to their world, biding their time for the opportune moment to invade once again. The lands of Avonmore, the lower realms. Sauron, a young warrior who only knew about Eldramar through his father's stories, was learning the art of combat under the guidance of Demon Commander. Show me your skills, Sauron. Strike the armor in 4 directions. Well done. Now, knock the shield from my hands. Search for weakness in the enemy's armor. The directions of your attacks will help inflict damage to vulnerable areas. Now, deflect the attacks near the dummy with blades. Good. Remember that in battle, you accumulate rage and can unleash it with powerful strikes. Knock off the beams from the dummy. You handle weapons skillfully. Now, let's see your magic. Up there stands a skeleton. Kill it with a fireball. Now, show me your ranged combat skills. Up there on the other side is another skeleton. Shoot it with a crossbow. You are definitely talented and show great promise. Always remember your purpose. You are Sauron, the warrior of Azator. You are the sword of vengeance in the hands of your race. It is you who will invade the mortal realm and unlock the great portal. But for now, rest. Tomorrow will bring a new training. Years of tireless training, and after 150 years, Sauron, an experienced Sauron, the sacrifices have been made. time has come to reclaim. I can absorb this dark energy. When life forces abandon me, I can be reborn to places infused with dark energy, feeding on the remnants of cruel events from the past. I can delve into the memories of the deceased. Perhaps I will find useful information in the mind of this guardian. Over the years in the Abyss, I have acquired various abilities.
That's one small step for a man, one giant leap. Hold the jokes, team. We got a lot of work to do here.
HB-11 capsule is delivered to the launch pad. Ready for ascent. Over. Copy that. Start the launch procedure.
Flight 1 is ready for launch. Over.
Launch control. Initiating countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff. Elevator to home station 1. Capsule HB-11 has begun its ascent. Stand by to receive. Over.
Hope 1 to elevator. Ready for receiving. Over.
Pilot Titus, logistics to incoming transition. Please state your intentions. Over.
Alice to MT Logistics. We have received clearance and hold a signed contract with Mr. Holloway for our mining operations in this designated sector. We're here to commence our activities as scheduled. Over.
MT Logistics to Alice. We weren't informed of your early arrival. We've just finished building the elevator for your drones to access the underground facilities. At the moment, all the electricity is being used to charge the batteries as we prepare for the night. So we can't route power to the elevator right now. I suggest you, Sunshine, to keep your mining buddies in orbit for the next 2 weeks and return with the sunrise. Over.
We made it here right on schedule, but waiting for the next morning on the moon, a whole 2 weeks of downtime, is utterly unacceptable. This could jeopardize our entire mining contract. We need a better plan. And name's Alice. Good afternoon, Director. This is Alice, your first Vice President. We have a bit of a situation here, but I'm all connections solid. That's a start. Give me a moment to secure. So, Robert, do we have a deal?
Let me be clear. The risk of 2-week power outage equals job loss and a costly lawsuit for me. I don't care who you are. Get Holloway on this, but no power for you until sunrise. We just don't have it right now.
Look, Robert, you and I got off on the wrong foot. Our drones are designed for this benefits both of us. More solar panels for you, and we could land our toys and get going. They also can handle the repairs. So, should I update Mr. Holloway on our successful collaboration?
All right, Alice, you have permission to land. Make sure your drones don't break.
Director, it is your call now. Permission to land has been granted. Show this Bob the Builder that we can select.
Objective achieved. Alice, your primary responsibility is to ensure resource extraction and processing at our logistic hub in the Sea of Tranquility. Currently, our operations heavily rely on external supplies. If you can address this issue, even partially, rest assured we'll secure long-term contracts for you. I personally vouched for...
Absolutely, Mr. Holloway. To initiate construction, choose the required... Director, place holograms of solar panels on the allocated sites. Our drones will take it from there. You'll see.
Objective achieved.
Look at that. They've actually built them. Not a bad start at all. Alice, can you hear me? Your drones did a good job, better than we expected. All the energy from these panels is yours, but now it's crucial to conserve it if you want to work during the night. To achieve that, you'll need batteries.
It's all good, Robert. I completely understand you. Director, he's correct. A lunar night lasts nearly 14.5 Earth days in the absence of sunlight, and batteries are crucial for us. Construct 4 batteries next to the solar panels.
Objective achieved.
Your drones did a pretty good job, but the wiring tool... Next, you...
Go to the community...
Objective achieved. Objective achieved.
Now wire it to the elevator.
Objective achieved.
To power up the module.
Pardon my curiosity, but how are you going to extract lunar regolith with robot carriers? I am far from a robotic expert, of course, but it seems like...
That's an excellent question, Robert. And Director, with the reconfiguration module, you can convert up to 5 worker drones to mining drones and vice versa. Convert 4 drones into mining drones and set an excavation zone for them. Now, let's have the drones excavate an area measuring 50. To order the drones to start the excavation, you need to use the highlighting tool and mark areas for mining, and the digging drones will do the rest. Robert, to answer your question, our company has been providing repair and maintenance services for robotics and mining equipment for over 10 years. We were involved in the development and maintenance of technology for lunar mining along with the first industrial expeditions to the moon, even before the construction of the space elevator and the full-scale development of the moon by mankind.
Objective achieved.
I'm pleased to inform you, Robert, that by accumulating our vast experience, we have been able to develop and implement multifunctional drone technology that can be As a special bonus, I can include a...
Okay, Alice, I get the hint. You do your job and I'll... I'll mind my own business. By the way, I'll grab a few... Director.
We're all still on...
So what's up with those...
Robert, come in, Robert. Do you read me? According to the data, there are no survivors on the base, but I had to check. And I shouldn't have said anything about flowers. We're still receiving a signal from the drones. Our best bet is to try to repair the lift and rebuild the power supply. We are in urgent need of solar panels and accumulators connected in one electrical circuit. With the available...
Based on the spread of the blast wave, it appears that the explosion took place on the far side of the moon. Fortunately, it occurred at a considerable distance from our mission. However, the strength of the explosion raises additional questions.
So, the only response we get from the head of the scientific department and a renowned scientist is that the explosion was far away, and we don't know the cause?
That's because scientists rely on established facts, rather than speculating based on unreliable data. They prefer to work with what is known, rather than jumping to hasty conclusions. I've heard that First Vice President Alice Vance maintains her composure and professionalism in all circumstances. Perhaps it's time for you to call your alter ego.
Maybe I should, Professor. Tell me, prior to the moon launch, we were actively involved in a range of technologies aimed at advancing autonomous mining. Could you provide an update on the status of this project?
We had a plan for an autonomous extraction plant, but it's currently just a project. Given the circumstances, implementation seems unlikely.
Now we need to fix the elevator to regain access to the underground level. Select it and order the drones to start repairing it. You can change the game speed, select
Objective achieved. Objective achieved.
Director, Crust have made an official statement. I will put it on the screen.
On this day, an unexpected asteroid. As a result, we want to emphasize that Earth...
Objective achieved.
So, it turned out to...
Collision of... Anyway, we've received...
Well, now... Start by researching and building the pressing module, which enables the production of smart concrete. Now Professor Wilfrey will explain.
Let's begin. Open the research. It may...
Objective
All right,
achieved.
now get the drones to build it. I wouldn't wait too long if I were you. And add a bulk resource storage to it, so you... Your drones have a... Keep in mind that the detect...
Research complete.
Finish the research first.
Research complete.
research required.
We made it here right on schedule, but waiting for the next morning on the moon. So, Director, select a landing location for the pods near the elevator shaft. Click on the notification located on...
Objective achieved.
Director, place holograms of solar panels on the allocated sites. Our drones will take it from there. You'll see.
Objective achieved.
Look at that. They've actually built them. Not a bad start at all. Alice, can you hear me? Your drones did a good job, better than we expected. All the energy from these panels is yours, but now it's crucial to conserve it if you want to work during the night. To achieve that, you'll need batteries.
It's all good, Robert.
Objective achieved.
Your drones did a pretty good job, but the wiring tool is only operable by a human. Wire the panels and the batteries together. Next, you just need to power up the elevator, and you'll get...
Objective achieved. Objective achieved.
Now wire it to the elevator. That Director. Now, let's order the drones to start the excavation. Robert, we were involved in the development and maintenance, and I'm pleased as a special...
Okay.
We're all still on this... Robert, come in, Robert.
Based on this, we have...
You can change the game speed. Select the required speed using the interface or hotkeys 1, 2, 3.
Objective achieved. Objective achieved.
Director, Crust have made an official...
On this, as a...
Objective achieved.
So, it turned out to be an asteroid after all. Professor, is that even a possibility?
Collision of an asteroid with the moon. That's plausible. However, the possibility of not detecting an asteroid of that size and predicted trajectory in time raises another question. Anyway, we've received your request for research projects. Let's finish the current tasks first, and then we'll address it.
Now start by researching and building the pressing module, which enables the production of smart concrete from regolith. While not the most efficient method, we need to prioritize speed over optimization. Additionally, allocate a mining area to the digging drones to ensure a steady supply of raw materials for the pressing module. Now Professor Wilfrey will explain to you how to use our research projects, and I will come back to you later.
Let's begin with the fundamentals, Director. Each unit of regolith contains its own percentage of valuable resources, and at the moment, you're primarily mining barren rock. To locate resource deposits, we require the ore detector. Open the research panel, select geological exploration, and we can proceed with our work. Once this research is completed, you'll gain the ability to construct the ore detector. We had prepared this research plan for the distant future, but we must adapt and work with it now. It may... All right. Now keep in mind that...
Research complete.
Don't forget to wire it up. The ore detector uses battery power to every scan. The bigger the scanning area, the more power it requires. Select the ore detector and scan the regolith around it. You need to find the nearest iron vein and then excavate the regolith from it with mining drones.
Objective achieved.
Now we require a smelting furnace with
Theoretically, Professor...
our whole...
Research complete. Research complete.
Now
Objective
select the
achieved.
recipe for producing steel in the smelting furnace.
Objective
The
achieved.
smelting furnace always requires oxides to begin production of any resource, and mining drones are able to extract oxides directly from the vein. It's not the most efficient way, but we have to start right now. Order them to excavate the regolith on top, and then assign them to extract iron oxide from the vein. Enter excavation mode to be able to assign mining drone to mine the vein. Then set the number of drones that will mine oxide from the vein. Now you have steel and smart concrete production, but it is extremely inefficient. To secure a foothold, we need to build a fully capable production chain.
You do have a plan, don't you, Professor?
And while they're digging, we need to research underground.
You can't build here.
Make sure to connect the extractor to the circuit by. The shift button will...
Director, unauthorized signal on line 1. I think you might want to hear this.
Research complete.
Ratchet. Did you hear the news? Crust put you in charge of the new toy. Try not to wreck it. We won't be getting a second one.
Not only have we almost lost all our equipment and communication, now we also have Crust to deal with. By the way, Wilfrey,
Prior to the expedition, we devised a 3-stage processing chain to convert regolith into a... refined resource. The first one is the extraction of the regolith itself from the deposits. It is done by the extractor and you already have one.
Second, so there is nothing. Bothering you two? What makes you think we're even accepting?
Alice, back to...
Given the if the...
Wilfrey... Crust gave us the coordinates of the repeater.
Objective achieved.
Near our base, we need to send the rover there and check the status of the repeater. Before the explosion, we had a satellite navigation system for lunar transport with the signal transmitted through repeaters. Now there is no signal, so we are operating almost blindly. Perhaps we can find a way to restore the system, at least to some extent.
Now that we have the opportunity, the science department is eager to receive any data we uncover. With the right approach,
great, well,
it's a
Objective
a single
achieved.
regolith refinery.
And now that you have a functioning steel production line, we can enhance...
Objective achieved.
You now have the capability.
Director, while we have found enough useful data, there are also enough valuable resources for us to pick up.
Mr. Rat.
Very much, and I'm...
Alice, good afternoon. I may have found a...
Ledger.
Good one.
Great. And even...
Mr. Ledger has already...
He even went...
Well,
Director.
Research complete. Research complete.
Now send it to the repeater to fetch the resources we found.
Research complete. You can't build here. You can't build here. You can't build here. You can't build here. Research complete. Objective achieved.
Director, I will now explain to you the basic principles of the logistics management. At the top of the screen, now select the hide. This interface provides. Here you will assign resources to be sent to complete the contracts. On the left side of the screen, there is a table of resources available at your base, and in the center, you have the dispatch window. On the right side, you'll find information on the selected contract, options for choosing a landing site, and selecting a capsule type. Fill up the contract with the required resources, hit send, and then wait for the contract to be completed as it takes time for the capsule to reach the Earth.
Director, your desire to help or gain profit in exchange for resources is understandable. There will invest if we direct.
You can't build here. You can't build here. You can't build here. achieved.
James is always calm and rational, even when he's winning big or losing his last buck. The next facility is the
So, it's only the first extraterrestrial behavioral science and research center remains unattended. Scientific endeavor that studies life support systems and the nature of behavioral changes in humans outside of Earth's habitat.
It's led by Helen Ripley. Her groundbreaking work, Man in Space, Adaptation in Alien Environments, marked the inception of human behavior studies beyond Earth boundaries. I was fortunate enough to attend her lectures and still cherish a copy of that book. Our main account